everyone, and welcome to Insights by Johnita. I am Johnita Francis, and it's always a pleasure to be right here, right now, doing what I love the most. I've had a very interesting week. Mercury has gone retrograde, and look, I don't really get that involved in retrograde stuff because I know that it's very individual. It's not always going to bounce off people in the same manner. There could be some similarities, some inconsistencies, some things that would go, oh, me too. But I don't generally get caught up with it. But yesterday I woke up thinking, ugh, why am I here? What am I doing? Am I doing the right thing? What if I'm just some crazy lady and this is not my path? What is this my path? What does even a path look like? Had all these questions for myself. And I had a mentoring client that I'm working with this morning, and I said, this is what my week has been like. This is what I felt like in the last few days. And she said, me too. And you know what? The empowerment that you feel, not so much that someone else is going through the crappy stuff that you're going through, but that empowerment that you're not alone, that it's not you being a crazy lady, that other people are feeling these things too. And whether it's Mercury retrograde, being in Pisces, my mood is in Pisces, so it's the emotional center. And I actually said to my husband yesterday, I'm not depressed, but I'm unhappy. And then I parked my spiritual brain and looked at my logical brain and said, right, why would I be unhappy? What areas of my life could make me feel unhappy? So I broke them down into manageable chunks. This is my life, this is my relationship, this is my family, this is that. And there was nothing for me to be unhappy about. So I was just in a funk, in an energetic funk. So I thought, okay, what do I do when I'm in a funk? I talk to people about that. I go, this is what I'm going through. Are you going through the same thing? Because the universe will put you in alignment with other people that are going through similar things. And when they do that, it's up to us to be vulnerable and be brave and say, life is not working for me at the moment. I just want to jump on my motorcycle and go riding all over again. Whatever that thing is that you want to make you to escape, or just hide under a rock for a little while till you feel better again. So by saying, me too, and by sharing that vulnerability, you actually open up a can of worms for other people to feel safe and start talking about these things. And it's really very empowering. So, yeah. And while I was doing that, I actually picked out a stone, as I always do, getting a bit of a habit for it now. And it's a green moonstone, which is the goddess Gaia stone. And I hold it up for everybody who is watching. It's actually quite a pale green. It's a funny looking little colour. It's and if you can't see me, it's got these beautiful lines through it. And it kind of looks like paths and different lines and different fate lines and different storylines and, all those things. And the more I look at the stone, the more I think, wow, like it's such a stunning piece. And I like feeling it. And it's an emotional healer. And it's really quite interesting that I actually picked this up today because, yesterday I was in that funk. And today, I'm playing with the moonstone and I'm thinking, you know what, it was just me in that funk. It's not a conspiracy. It's not the universe ganging up on me. I was just in a funk yesterday, and that's okay. We're all human. That's what happens to us. I've just flipped my stone over, and you're not going to be able to see it, unfortunately, on the camera, but there's actually a smiley face where the blemishes on the stone actually pick up. So I don't think you're going to be able to see that at all, but you'll have to trust me. There's a smiley face on there, and it's actually quite interesting because I've been focusing on the front side of the stone for so long because it's quite intriguing to see all the storylines in the stone that I never thought to flip it over. And if you've been following my YouTube videos, you will know that I do a series of vlogs. And one of the things that got me out of a funk many moons ago was a sticker saying, don't worry, be happy. And I flipped my life around. And it's quite ironic that I flipped the stone over and there's a happy face, a smiley face in the back. So I suppose spirits works in mysterious ways all along. So don't worry, be happy. Everything that's supposed to come to you will come to you. So the Gaia stone, or the goddess Gaia stone, is also about earth medicine and embracing feminine energy. Don't know about the feminine energy, but I struggle with the feminine energy personally. I have a little trouble with that one. but, we all have these little things, and I think the awareness and the ability to work on ourselves and to be honest when we're looking at our growth and our abilities and our capabilities and our triggers and the things that were a little bit soft spots for us, I think makes us better people, makes us character building. So it's very cool. So I'll pop that over to the side and we'll have a look and see if we've got a caller ready to go and see where that caller is in their life at the moment. Perhaps they're looking at some emotional healing as well. So we've got JC in Oliver, British Columbia. Oh, Canadian. Hello. I've lost JC. Sure. All right. Let's just keep going. We can do a bit of a collective reading. I've got these beautiful new cards. They're called the blessing cards. There's Blessed Be. And I was at a little courtyard market weekend doing readings. So, and I picked up these cards and I absolutely love them. So I play with them quite a bit. And I'll certainly be bringing them out tonight. So if you're about on Facebook and you want to jump over to Insights by Johnita, my Facebook group, Facebook page, I'll certainly be bringing out the Blessed Be cards tonight and doing flash readings for everyone. So make your way over there. That's 6 p.m. Australian time. So I'm not quite sure what time that is there, probably the wee hours of the morning. So let's see if we can get JC back. Hello.
Hello?
Hello, how are you?
Hello? Sorry, are you talking to me? I'm so confused right now.
Oops. Mercury retrograde. Mercury also looks after electronic communications, any sort of communication that we have. So I'm not surprised that it's gone a bit haywire for us. Oh, well, we'll keep going and hopefully JC is able to come back. All right, let's go on with the collective reading. We'll get everybody covered just in case the phones are going to play up on us. That's typical because I said I'm not affected by Mercury. Ha-ha, Mercury. And now, ha-ha, look at me. Got taught a big lesson, didn't I? All right, let's have a look of what's going on at the moment. So the thing that I've noticed is that everyone's sort of going through similar things, and it's not unheard of as a reader to be talking to people and having, you might get 5 or 6 people that sit with you for a session and they're all going through similar things. And it really comes down to the universe putting people in alignment with you so you can join that journey and have that Me Too moment with them so you feel like, it's not just you, it's not a conspiracy, people are not ganging up on you. So let's have a look and see the zodiac cards. So we'll do a collective reading. See what's going on there. Okay, so there's a lot of Mars energy around at the moment. And I think the Mars energy is very fiery, it's ambitious, it's moving forward, it wants to get things done, it's action-packed. So earlier in my shows for Moonstruck and my private page, we're talking about people not really realising that we're in a new year until around that February period where we're kind of getting that feeling now that we're here, let's go, let's go, let's go. And we're trying to work out how we got to March, almost March. We're mere days away from being March without really feeling like we're progressing, without feeling like we're going someplace. So the Mars energy is coming up. So we're getting that fire in our bellies, and a lot of people will be affected by that. That's exactly what we want. We want to start moving things forward. We want stimulation. We want action. Gemini cards come up, which means communication, playfulness, mischievousness. Geminis are really detail-orientated, which means that they like to research stuff. If you get a Gemini that's annoying you, give them some complex subject and they will leave you alone while they go and research it. It'll be so fascinating for them. So this is about you being able to think about what you want to do, how you want to bring things in. There'll be multiple ways that you can move forward in your lives at the moment. There's also a little bit of stubbornness around that as well. So anything that's new can sometimes be a bit scary for people to move forward with, okay, because the Taurus energy is coming up. So, they like to do things at their own pace. They can be a little stubborn, let's face it. I'm married to a Taurus, so I'm allowed to say that, and I'm born the year of Taurus. So luckily we bounce off each other beautifully. Otherwise, there would be some really cool disagreements on who was the most stubborn. But also, interestingly enough, Libra has popped up, and I'm a Sun Libra, so this is all about Venus energy. Now, Venus is actually in Pisces at the moment, I believe. So it's really interesting that we're coming into Pisces season as well. So lots going on in the Pisces realm. So that intuitive ability, emotions. Pisces have got a little bit of every part of the zodiac in them by the very nature of harmonics and astrology. So they're right at that end part, and they get a little bit of absolutely everybody that's going around. And so we're in for a really cool month of March. So collectively speaking, we'll be able to move things forward in the motion that we want. We'll be able to get the answers that we desire because we'll put in the hard work to get them. We'll feel a lot of, because Taurus and Libra have come in together, say that that's the Venus energy, because is the rulership over both. So that means that we're going to start falling in love with the direction that our lives are taking. So any of that stagnant feeling that we may have had before is going to start moving away, and we're going to move forward pretty quickly for the month of March. And that'd be such a welcome thing, because I've been in that funk where, as I explained before, a bit of a funk going on. So, yeah. All right, let's see if we have. Oh, we weren't able to get JC back, but we've got Kelsey in Fargo, North Dakota. Kelsey, can you hear me?
Yes.
Hello, how are you?
Good.
How can I help you, Kelsey?
Do you know when I will get a job in Fargo?
You're in Fargo?
Yeah, I want to move to Fargo.
Okay.
But I want a job. So as a CNA, a certified nurse's assistant.
Okay. Yeah, everything's a bit chaotic in your energy at the moment, isn't it? The stability that you had, and it's not just the move, it feels like you're a bit loosey-goosey is what they're saying. So it feels like you don't really know what to do at the moment. There's a few things going on. So you're a nurse assistant. Oop, I've just pulled my hair back, so there's work to be done. Okay, cool. I have little symbologies that Spirit sends through to me. Nursing. So are you looking at big hospitals, or you're also looking in the smaller day surgeries? We call them day surgeries here, but it's where people go in, just for maybe one day, have their surgery and then go home, because it's a smaller style, it's a less of a risk. Do you have that in the States? Because I kind of feel like it's not going to a chaotic.
Assisted living.
Okay, outpatient
Assisted
surgery.
living.
It said.
Assisted living.
Okay, assisted living, right. So it's just, yeah, because it's not chaotic, is it? Because I'm not picturing you in a big hospital or anything like that. It's more boutique style of service that you're giving. That's happening. You've already got applications out there at the moment?
Yeah.
Yeah. How long is it? A couple of weeks. How long have you been in Fargo for?
Not very long.
Not very
Not
long.
very long.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I think as we were talking about just before, Mercury retrograde plays a part for a lot of reasons around contracts and employment contracts. Now, this Mercury is fairly quick one. It's over fairly quickly. So I don't think you've got a lot to worry about there. The next 2 weeks are going to be quite crucial, because you're going to be asked for interviews and people are going to start noticing you a little bit more, okay? But I think the gap between you getting an interview and when you actually start the work is a couple of weeks. So I don't know what the process is in America for, or where you are, Dakota, for getting a nursing job. But But I think there's a couple of weeks difference there between you actually interviewing and then you actually get that job, okay? So try to relax and have that confidence that you're actually really quite good at what you do. So it's just about, being the new kid, trying to break into that energy there. There's a lot of anxiety around you, hurrying up and getting this job as well. And that sense of urgency can make things feel like they're going even slower. So,
Yeah.
for you, yeah. I think what you're doing is by applying for most of the work that's coming through is working for you. Kind of feel like, okay, now that you're working with older persons, I kind of feel like because it's a day surgery, it's a day thing, so it's like a day program. People are coming for the day only and then go home, or that style of thing I think will be perfect for you, because I can't see you doing multiple weird shifts like day shift, night shift, afternoon shift, all that sort of stuff. I see a consistency in your work. Once you find your groove, you'll actually be really, really enjoying it. You'll really like what you're doing.
Yeah.
It's just about getting that job to start with, isn't it? That makes it very unnerving.
Yeah. It seems to take forever.
I beg your pardon?
It takes forever. It's taking forever, I mean.
Yeah. I think, have you already been for an interview already?
No. But
No.
I'm looking for one. I'm trying to get into one.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I think that's going to change pretty quickly, okay? It's around, you've still got some feelings that moving to Fargo wasn't a good idea, okay? So you've made the decision to move there. You've got to kind of embrace it a little bit more just for now, because the universe is not really sure if you want to stay there or not. So if you make that decision that you're in Fargo, and I think for you personally was a good move, it's just about finding your groove now and getting that job so you can start feeling stability again, because you really don't like that that uncertainty, that loosey goosey feeling, where you just don't know what's going to happen, and you need that stability and that structure and process. Okay, so that's what's coming in for you. I'd say give it a couple of weeks, and really, just try to relax and breathe through the anxiety that you're getting as a result. The interviews are going to start happening fairly soon. Okay.
Okay.
All right, darling. Thank you very much for your call. Good luck.
Thank you.
Bye for now.
Bye.
Okay. It's always risky when we move to a new area, isn't it? You don't know what to do. I did that when I moved into state. And I thought, oh my God, what have I done? What have I done? But once that anxiety settled down and the universe knew that this is where I'm going to be from now on, and we were able to relax and get all those work and get our careers off the ground. So, yeah. All right, let's see if we've got Melody in Brisbane, my birth town. Melody, are you there?
I am here. Thank you.
Hello. How are you?
I'm very good. And yourself?
Good, thank you. I was born in Brisbane.
It is. It's very, very warm, and I'm sitting in the aircon today.
So nothing much has changed since I lived there. That's good to hear.
Yeah, correct.
All right. What can I do for you, my darling? Dad.
I am just wondering in terms of my career and what that would hold for me in the next 12 months or so.
Excellent. All right. What are you doing right now for work? Change.
I work with a F45 training, so I do training in the health and fitness industry.
Yeah. Okay. Are you looking to change? It feels like you need to do something different, to give a bit of energy going into your job. It feels like it's a bit flat.
Yeah, it's just a bit uncertain at the moment because we've had a few changes. So I've been in a position where changes, very small changes have happened, and as a result it's happened all of a sudden. Therefore, I ended up being without a job or made redundant as a result of that. So, yes, while I noticed that there are some small changes happening in the organisation that I'm in, I'm just wondering in terms of stability whether or not I'm going to be there, for a little bit longer, or where what sort of direction where I'm heading towards in the next 12 months or so.
Okay, so you're going to leave on your terms, okay? So that means when you're ready. Okay. It's a long-term, short-term. I know that sounds weird, but it's not going to be a long time that you're in that employment, but you will leave on your terms. So it's not going to be a forced leave, okay? You're not going to be shown the door or anything like that. Your role is quite pivotal to what they're doing, so they're being quite strategic, but you already know this as well. So start looking around for similar sorts of style of work, but I think you'll swap industry around. So if you're like a operations manager in the bricklaying industry, you'll go to project management or something like that. So slightly attached, but not completely the same industry. And I think you'll be quite happy when you do that, because it's a bigger organisation than who you're working for at the moment, and you've got opportunity to do a few different things there. And your mind is quite active, so you want to do a few different things. You're not, a pigeonhole is like the worst thing ever for you. So for now, that this job that you're a little bit worried about, you've got nothing to worry about for the foreseeable future. So, but I think by the 6-month mark comes around, you'll be looking for something else yourself anyway, because it's just not, it's not icing your cake anymore. It's not doing it for you.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep. It'll be a nice move though. You know how you get that anxiety when you first start a new job and you think you can't do it, but you actually can, and then a couple of weeks later you go, oh my God, why was I so worried? Try to skip that worry straight away, because you're a natural at what you do, and when you step into this new industry, you're going to be a natural at that as well. So be kind to yourself. Don't get too caught up. Everyone does the same thing. They start a new position. They want to make sure that they do the right thing, and it was a right decision, and it definitely will be for you. But you leaving your current position will be on your terms, not anybody else's.
Okay, awesome. Thank you.
You're welcome. Take care, Melody. Thanks for calling in.
Okay, thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Okay, so Mercury tried to get us, but we overcame. How cool is that? All right, guys. So the week ahead, lots of things going on. There's I'm doing a couple of workshops. I'm doing a free masterclass tonight on Insights by Johnita Francis. You will catch it on my YouTube channel. I will be uploading it or downloading it, whatever I need to do to get it onto YouTube at a later date. So you can catch that tomorrow. It'll be up on YouTube tomorrow your time. And it's just about how to put boundaries in place, what that feels like, the easiest steps to do that. And it is not labour intensive. When we're making changes to ourselves, they need to be short, sweet, but effective changes. And the workshops are designed and delivered in that manner. They are an open forum, though, so you don't need to pay to come along to the workshops. You don't need to sign into a group or give up your date of birth or your left kidney or anything like that. You can just come along and watch and hopefully take away some really cool ideas on how to put boundaries in place. And there's a whole series of workshops that I'm offering for the balance of the next few months, as well as my metaphysical workshops as well. And then there's coaching, mentoring, and all the other really cool stuff to help people, just get a better quality of life, improve the things that they need to have in their lives, and feel confident, not feel, nervous about going to a new area. As one of our callers did, and having that anxiety attached around, will this work? Is this okay? Because you'll be confident in your decisions and it will work, because you can and you will, and that's the attitude that we all have. So it's certainly a very cool gift to have. If you can make your way over and tune into one of those masterclasses, I'm sure you'll be very happy with the outcome. I'm doing flash readings tonight on the Spiritual Events Directory, which is another Facebook big page. It's a big page. Get in there early. That's 6 p.m. Australian Eastern Daylight Time. So I think that's probably very late for you, I guess, guys. It'll be another 5 hours away. but I've also uploaded those to my YouTube channel as well. So if you're interested in a private reading or coaching or mentoring of any description whatsoever, please do pop over to my Facebook page, Insights by Johnita Francis, and that will take you, I've got a link there now to take you to the website, so you don't have to remember multiple things. You can just tune into the Facebook page and go from there. I'm also on YouTube and Twitter as well, and Instagram. So I'm getting around. Which it took me a little while to do all of that, because I've always done my business on word of mouth and face to face, and it's a very online world that we live in now. So I had to change a whole way of doing business, which is very interesting. I reckon that we should pull out blessing cards and just finish it off for today. Do a couple of different blessings. I think we'll do 3 blessings. Oh, you know what? We're not doing 3 blessings. I've just popped out a card, and it's an absolutely beautiful one, and it's got this beautiful goddess painted on it. She's got a rose quartz crystal in her tiara. She's got a little rabbit, and there's a moon in the background. So rose quartz is unconditional love. The goddess, obviously, is where the calmness and the feminine energy starts. Rabbits are fertilities and birthing of new ideas and new things, and moons are obviously very emotional, and the card itself is a blessing for unity where once there was division. So that is just amazing. So we're not doing blessings for multiple groups of people, we're doing a blessing for the world. A blessing for unity where there was once division. That is absolutely amazing. We'll take that and we'll set that up for the rest of the week. I've just uploaded astroscopes to my YouTube channel as well. So if horoscopes and astrology is your cup of tea, please do make your way over there. I've done them for the entire month of March, and they'll be a lot of fun. So let me know how they go for you. And that's about all I think I have for this week. So once again, I'm Johnita Francis. You can catch me on Insights by Johnita on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and Instagram. I have blogs coming up all the time on YouTube, so do make your way over there, and don't forget to press the subscribe button, because I'm shocking at doing the subscribe thing myself. And look, advocate for self-care, self-love, the way you talk to yourself, the way you talk to others. It all is a frequency, and what you put out, you get back. So always choose positive, always choose a nice word, always choose a nice life for yourself. And if it's not working, chuck it out and start again. But don't delay. It's not a dress rehearsal. All right, guys, thank you very much for your time. I will see you all again next Wednesday at 8 p.m. I'm getting my time mixed up. 8 p.m. next Wednesday night. Thanks very much for your time. All the best. Take care.